LeBron and Bronny last night made NBA history, becoming the first father-son duo to play a single game together in the regular season. Obviously, Bronny did only play 3 minutes, but it was overall a very good night. So what I'm going to do is I've head back to 2003, and we are going to re-simulate both of their careers at the same exact time, as they both got drafted. LeBron's an 18-year-old, 85 overall, and Bronny actually is a year older, and he's a 75. Basically, we're going to have LeBron's career. He will go to Miami. He will go to LA, Cleveland, the whole 9 yards, and Bronny's just going to follow his father around for the ride, and we will see if they can go down as maybe the greatest duo in NBA history. Now, obviously, LeBron will start at the small forward position. He is the best player on the team at an 85, and Bronny is the 7th man coming off the bench at a 75, getting 23 minutes, which I mean is not bad, especially for a rookie. Also for a guy that really probably needs to be in the G League in real life, but it is what it is. Shaquille Oatmeal, the hater himself, will win the MVP, 32-16 averages. LeBron is the Rookie of the Year, averaging 26, 8, and 6. We got the Ben Wallace as the DPOY. Now, LeBron, as a rookie, will make the first team. Bronny, on the other hand, is definitely going to be a work in progress. He would end up averaging 7, 4, and 3. Not that bad, honestly. He shot 37% from 3, 70 from the line. Cleveland would end up being the 5 seed, going 41-41. A pretty good record, honestly, all things considered. This roster is not the greatest, as we do have the 4-seeded Orlando Magic in round number 1. We do eventually beat in Game 7, move on to the 1-seeded Pacers here in round number 2. They probably have a better team at this point, and they end up beating us in 6 games. Overall, a very successful rookie season for both of the James family as the Spurs go on and win the title. Tim Duncan is your finals MVP. Keem Olajuwon has retired after 20 years. Mark Jackson is out of here. Horace Grant is gone too. Luol Deng will go first to the Trailblazers. We got Dwight Howard going to the Supersonics. Emeka Okafor to the T-Wolves. LeBron now has exploded to a 91 overall, while Bronny's actually up to an 82. At 20 years old, that's damn good. I did not expect him to develop so goddamn quickly, but I'm glad he has. And this roster is slowly shaping up. I mean, we'll have the best player in the world at some point. Shaq again will win the MVP. Dwight Howard's the Rookie of the Year. And Shaquille O'Neal, the DPOY. LeBron again on the first team, averaging 31, 9, and 5. Already a legit superstar in the league. Meanwhile, Bronny, he's going to have 16, 6, and 5, basically. So really good numbers, especially for a 20-year-old. Shot 38% from 3. The Cavs were the 4 seed in the Eastern Conference. We got Indiana in the first round. 50 wins, 32 losses. Chicago is the best in our conference, and we got San Antonio in the West, who are the reigning and defending champs. So I am expecting them to be good for a long time. They still have Tim Duncan until probably like 2016. We dominate Indiana in 5 games. They did beat us last season. We move on to the 1-seeded Bulls, who are going to basically play the Uno reverse card and dominate us. Another 5-game series, as LeBron and Bronny so far have had 2 playoff series wins in 2 seasons. The Spurs are your back-to-back champions, 23-13 for Timmy D, as they defeated Philly in Game 7 of the finals. Karl 13 Malone is out of here. Rod Strickland is gone. Sean Kemp, David Robinson. Chris Paul will go first to the Charlotte Bobcats. We got Danny Granger going to the New Orleans Hornets. Lou Williams will go to the Knicks. LeBron is up to a 94 overall, while Bronny is 10 below him at an 84. A decent role player. He is playing the 2, but we do also have Ricky Davis on our squad, so I don't know if Bronny's going to get starter minutes. Maybe he'll come off the bench as the 6th man. Who knows? Bronny will start at the 2 over Ricky Davis, who's going to play the 6th-man role. LeBron, obviously small forward, 94 overall, playing 38 minutes a night. LeBron James will win his first MVP, averaging 34, 11, and 6. Chris Paul is the Rookie of the Year, and LeBron, also the DPOY, will make the first team alongside D-Wade, Kobe, KG, and Shaq. While Bronny, as a role player, I mean, he's averaging 19, 7, and 5, damn near shooting 50, 40, 80. He's a very, very solid player at an 84 overall. The Cavs are the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference with the best record, as we went 54-28. Chicago was good. Washington was up there. We got Boston, Golden State in the West. Now, we are going to be favored in most of these matchups, considering we were the 1 seed, had a great season. LeBron's the MVP. We dominate Charlotte in the first round. We move on to the Celtics, who in real life were a very good rival for LeBron, especially early on in his career, but we dumped their asses in 5. Off to the conference finals against Milwaukee, and there we go. LeBron versus the Spurs. Just like in real life, we got to go up against the dynasty Spurs, but this time LeBron has his literal kid right next beside him playing the 2. Now, the Cavs currently have a 3-0 series lead over the Spurs here in the NBA Finals. I definitely was not expecting this, but we are 1 win away. Let's see if LeBron and Bronny can close the show, close out the Spurs in 4, and sweep their asses. And only 3 years in, Bronny and LeBron will win a championship for the team of Cleveland as they dominated the Spurs, swept them in the finals. Pretty much what the Spurs did to LeBron back in 2007, but here 1 year earlier, LeBron gets it done over Tim Duncan and Greg Popovich. And already the father-son duo are both champions in the league, LeBron an MVP. Also, the Cavs finally have a ring to their franchise, and LeBron the finals MVP. LeBron had 33, 9, and 9 in the closeout game, while Bronny had 17, 6, and 7. So very good stats by both of them. They both chipped in. I mean, even everybody on the team. In the finals, Bron would end up averaging 32, 10, and 7 as we did sweep the Spurs. Moving on to player retirements. I mean, we got Glenn Rice out of here after 17 years. Andrea Bargnani will go first overall to the Sixers. We got LaMarcus Aldridge going to the Hornets. Rudy Gay to the Magic, and the T-Wolves will take Brandon Roy. LeBron now is one of the highest rated players in the entire game at a 97. He's only 21 years old. Bronny's up to an 86, so he's developing very nicely himself. And I mean, he averaged damn near 20 points per game last season while also shooting 40% from 3. LeBron James will pick up another MVP. Bargnani is the Rookie of the Year, and LeBron also the DPOY. Now, Bronny, he hasn't made any of the All-NBA teams yet. I don't know if he ever will, honestly, as a role player, averaging 19, 7, and 5. The Cavs were a very good team yet again. We are the defending champs. We got the 8th seed Boston Celtics in round 1. 63 and 19 was our record, so we were very good in that Eastern Conference. The Spurs, we might have to face them again in the finals, so we got to be ready for that. They're clearly the best team in the West, as we should be able to breeze our way through this weaker Eastern Conference and hopefully make another finals appearance. Still very young in LeBron and Bronny's career. I mean, we haven't even gone to Miami yet, and we already have a ring to our name as we sweep the first 2 rounds of the postseason. Up against Charlotte here in the conference finals, and they will dominate us in 5 games. Not even close. We're not going back-to-back as the Rockets will take home the title with Yao Ming being the finals MVP. The New Orleans Hornets will take KD first overall. Greg Oden will go to the Nuggets. We got Al Horford to the Knicks. Nick Young will go to the Wizards, and Mike Conley to the Trailblazers. LeBron, 98 overall, I believe, is the best player in the entire league, tied alongside Tim Duncan, who's also a 98. Kobe's up there. We got D-Wade already at a 96. Melo, KG, Gilbert Arenas. For the Cavs, Bronny's an 87, so this dude is a legit NBA player. Back-to-back seasons of damn near averaging 20, shooting 40% from 3. This guy's legit. He's a very good role player. Maybe, possibly, could be an all-star at some point in his career. LeBron, yet again, is the MVP, possibly having his best season at 35 points, 11 rebounds, and 6.7 assists. KD's the Rookie of the Year, and Tim Duncan, the defensive player. LeBron, yet again, is the MVP, averaging 35, 11, and 7. KD's the Rookie of the Year, and we got Tim Duncan as the DPOY. Bronny James is going to be a 21 point per game scorer, also averaging 7.5 rebounds, 5 assists per game, shooting 41% from 3. The Cavs were the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. We got Miami in round number 1. Again, another 63 and 19 record in the West. The Dallas Mavericks with 57 wins. They do have a prime Steve Nash at a 90, Dirk's a 94, so this is a pretty good squad over there in Dallas. As we get by Miami in 6 games, move on to the Celtics here in round number 2, who we sweep, and we got a date with the New Jersey Nets in the conference finals. A rematch of 2 years ago between the Spurs and the Cavs. LeBron obviously won the first matchup. Tim Duncan, Craig Popovich, and San Antonio need their revenge. Another 3-0 series lead for the Cavs. It seems like we are the owners of the Spurs at the moment, although they are winning here in Game 4, trying to force a game number 5 back in San Antonio. We got a close game. Let me hop in. Well, here we are. 36 seconds to go. The Cavs are up by 2, 103 to 101. LeBron takes the 3. Oh, he bricked it. Anderson gets the rebound. Leading in transition to Tony Parker. What is he going to do? All right, he's going to take his time. I mean, they do only have 23 seconds left here. Tony Parker, pick and roll. He's got, I don't even know who he has on him right now. Over to Anderson in the corner. ISO. Is that Kyle Korver we have on our squad? Ball over to Parker at the 3-point line. The Cavs playing great D. That's contested 3. No way. Rebound. Get the rebound. Only 5.2 seconds remaining in this game. The Cavs need to lock the hell in. Hamilton, Richard Hamilton for three. He bricked it, and that will do it. It is over. The Cavs yet again are NBA champions for the second time in LeBron and Bronny's career. And there they are, father and son, celebrating their second ring together as yet again we sweep the Spurs in the finals. It's an Uno reverse card in this universe. I guess we are just clearly a better team than the Spurs, and there's Bronny holding the Larry O'Brien trophy as he has 2 rings in his career. LeBron with yet again another finals MVP. Father and son both had a great game in the closeout. 35-17 and 7, 26-11 and 5 for Bronny. I have no idea how Bronny's averaging so many rebounds at only 6'3". LeBron might have just put out the best finals performance in NBA history. 44, 15, and 6. Obviously the finals MVP. Sean Bradley has retired, as well as Sam Cassell. Grant Hill is out of here. Juwan Howard, Eddie Jones. Evan Love will be taken first overall by the New Orleans Hornets. D Rose will go to the Wizards. We got Westbrook to the Lakers. Brooke Lopez will go to the Pacers. Eric Gordon to the Suns. LeBron hasn't even entered his prime yet, and he's still a 98 overall. Bronny's up to an 87. Ricky Davis is an 85, and Agauskas is an 83. So overall, we do have a pretty good squad here in Cleveland. LeBron, another MVP. Derrick Rose is the Rookie of the Year, and Dwight Howard, the DPOY. Bronny will make the All-NBA first team right alongside his father, averaging 24, 8, and 6 a game. 87 overall. LeBron was there too. We got Melo, Bargnani, and D-Wade. This is literally a moment in NBA history. Cavs had another great season, 64 and 18. Charlotte was really good as well, and then a huge drop off to the baby dinosaurs. Dallas again were the 1 seed in the West. We got OKC. The Clippers are there. We are going to face the Chicago Bulls in the first round, which we should get by, theoretically. End up beating them in 6 games. Move on to the Washington Wizards here in round number 2. Dominate them back in the conference finals against D-Wade and the Miami Heat, who we go to a game 7. We get by them. Minnesota in the NBA finals with a prime KG at a 97 overall. LeBron and Bronny finally lost their first NBA finals games. Both times we literally swept the Spurs and we were up 3-0 again. So hopefully we don't blow a 3-0 series lead here and we can close it out, winning our 3rd ring, I believe. Now that is 3 rings before LeBron and Bronny even head to the Miami Heat. We are already legends here in Cleveland. LeBron has multiple MVPs, multiple finals MVPs, and Bronny literally just made the first team All-NBA. Things are going very good for this squad here in Cleveland. Bronny again raising the Larry O'Brien trophy, and he's not just participating. He's our second best player behind this man, LeBron Raymond James. And there is Bronny in the closeout game having the most points at 32. Also picked up 5 rebounds and 6 assists. LeBron would take home the finals MVP though, 32, 8, and 8 as we dominated the Minnesota Timberwolves in the finals. Chris Webber's out of here, Nick Van Exel. Steph Curry will go first overall to the Pistons. We got James Harden to the Sixers. DeRozan will go to the Magic. Brandon Jennings to the Celtics. And Ricky Rubio will go to the Los Angeles Lakers. We are now in LeBron and Bronny's final season as a member of the Cleveland Cavaliers. LeBron's at 98 while Bronny 88. And this is our final season here before we head off to the Miami Heat and join D-Wade and Chris Bosh. LeBron will win another MVP. Steph Curry's the Rookie of the Year, and LeBron also the DPOY. Both of the James gang are on the All-NBA first team alongside D-Wade, who will be our teammate next season. The Cavs, on the other hand, they did have a little bit of a step back. We were the 3 seed in the East as we went 51 and 31. Still a great record. The Charlotte Bobcats were the best team in our conference. Chris Paul is already up at a 97 overall. And we get the Hornets in the West, OKC, Phoenix, Golden State, and hopefully the baby dinosaurs. I mean, in real life, LeBronto is a real thing, so hopefully we should be able to beat them. We're going to a game 7 here. Things are getting a little scary, but we do succeed. Move on to Miami here in the second round, where we end up beating the Heat in 6 games. Charlotte, a few seasons ago, I believe, did beat us in the conference finals. We got our game 7 on our hands, and we are back in the NBA finals. Game 7, do or die to win the Larry O'Brien trophy. Let's see what LeBron and Bronny can do. We're already down by like 20 at the half. Things are not looking too great. It is a blowout here in New Orleans, and it looks like they will go on, win the title. Baron Davis is the finals MVP. 27, 4, and 9 in the NBA finals. Monster numbers. We got Kurt Thomas getting out of here. Derek Fisher. DeMarcus Cousins will go first overall to the Celtics. PG-13 to the Hornets. Eric Bledsoe will also go to the Hornets. Derek Favors to the Trailblazers. Gordon Hayward will go to the Magic. Well, this team is absolutely loaded. We got LeBron at a 98. D-Wade's a 95. Chris Chris Bosh is a 90, and Bronny James Jr. is an 89. Our starting five is going to be lethal. We got Bronny at the 1, D-Wade at the 2, LeBron at the 3, Bosh at the 4, and Gasol at the 5. Dwayne Wade will win the MVP. The Rookie of the Year is Boogie, and we got Tim Duncan as a DPOY. D-Wade will make the first team as well as LeBron, while Bronny, he's not going to make any of the All-NBA teams. Maybe taking a step back now. LeBron, though, 26, 8, and 7. His stats are definitely going to go down. We have a much deeper squad here in Miami, as Bronny will average 19, 6, and 5. Still very good numbers, as obviously Miami would be the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. 75 and 7, the greatest single season in NBA history. It's not even close. We should go on, destroy the league, and win the NBA title. We got the New Jersey Nets in round number 1. I mean, I don't even think we should be losing a game. We only lost, what, 7 all season? Something crazy like that. We get the Knicks in the second round here. Another easy 4-game sweep. Move on to Atlanta in the conference finals. We should be able to destroy them, and there we go. We got a rematch against KD and the Hornets. We lost in Cleveland, but we're on a brand new team here in Miami. And in year number 1 of Miami, we will go on, obviously have the greatest single season record in NBA history, and also win the title as we dominated the Bobcats, I believe in 4 games. It might have been 5. I can't really remember, although my memory is a little bit shot right now. D-Wade raising the Larry O'Brien trophy. LeBron and Bronny grab, I believe, their 3rd NBA ring, maybe their 4th. And LeBron James, the finals MVP yet again. Also wearing the 2-3 in Miami. Okay, Bron, I see you. Dear God, pray for the rest of the league. 49, 13, and 14 for LeBron. D-Wade at 25 and 15. Chris Bosh was good. Bronny even chipped in himself, even though he only took 9 shots. Kawhi Leonard will go first overall to the Magic. Magic had the first 2 picks. They took Kawhi and Klay Thompson. That's crazy. Kyrie, oh, they had the first 3 picks. They literally just formed a big 3 in one NBA draft. Kawhi, Klay, and Kyrie all to the Orlando Magic. LeBron in the prime of his career is a 99 overall. D-Wade's a 96, Bosh 89, and Bronny 88. LeBron will win the MVP yet again. Kawhi's the Rookie of the Year, and we got AK-47 as the DPOY. We got LeBron making the first team. Meanwhile, Derek D-Wade was on the second team, and no Bronny James, as he has taken a step back with the Heat here. He's obviously not the first, second. I mean, oh my God, he still averaged 21, 7, and 6. As the third option on this team, Miami, yet again, the 1 seed. We get the Milwaukee Bucks in round number 1, 70 and 12, back-to-back 70-win seasons. And we're just trying to dominate, man. We're going to see how many rings this duo could win. Obviously, we still have to go back to Cleveland with Kyrie and Kevin Love. We have dominated our way to the finals, and then we face the New Orleans Hornets yet again, who beat us in Game 7. KD will take home the finals MVP, a very close series, and somehow we lost. Anthony Davis will go first overall to the Nets, Harrison Barnes to the Thunder, Draymond will go to the Celtics, Dame to the Nuggets, Drummond will go to the Kings, and Bradley Beal to the Magic. I cannot lie, the Magic are literally home-growing a super team. Heading into year 3 of the Miami era, we got LeBron still at a 99, Bronny's an 89, and this squad is literally the best I think I've ever seen. Even depth-wise, we're pretty good. The Heat are just flopping back and forth between D-Wade and LeBron with the MVP. AD's the Rookie of the Year, D-Wade the DPOY. LeBron will make the first team, averaging 27, 8, and 7. Meanwhile, Bronny, he's not any Bronny is not on any of the All-NBA teams, although he did get injured, averaging 19, 5, and 6. Still a great season. Miami, again, the 1 seed. I have a feeling we're going to be that the entire season, or the entire time that we are in Miami. 63 and 19. Clearly the best team in all of basketball at the moment, and we should be able to go on theoretically and go back to back. And I mean, LeBron might actually pass MJ in this video for rings with his son alongside him. Who knew? That's all he needed was a little extra motivation, having his son playing next to him. As we sweep our way to the finals, face off against the T-Wolves yet again, and an undefeated playoff season, 16-0. D-Wade is actually the finals MVP, as Miami did not lose a single game. Jason Kidd has retired. Ben Wallace is out here. Stojakovic is gone too. Steven Jackson has retired. Rudy Gobert will actually go first overall to Denver. Giannis will go second to the Celtics. KCP went to the Pistons. Oladipo to the Raptors. CJ to the Knicks. Man, the fact that Rudy Gobert went first overall is kind of crazy. We are now in the final season with the Miami Heat. LeBron's a 99, Bronny's an 88, and we have a chance at another ring, as we literally just went undefeated in the postseason, so there's no reason why This team is not aged out yet. D-Wade's only 31 years old. His knees are fine in this sim. LeBron will win another MVP. Oladipo is the Rookie of the Year. D-Wade, the DPOY. Where is Bronny? Tell me he made an All-NBA team. He did not, unfortunately. What did he average? He averaged 21, 7, and 7, shooting 39% from 3. A very good year. Miami, again, the 1 seed. No surprise there. We went 67 and 15. Charlotte also had a really good season. Detroit was good. The Knicks had 58 wins. And New Orleans in the West. I would be shocked if we lost at all in any of these series, considering we went undefeated last year. We're not any worse this season. We're pretty much the same team. Blow by the first 2 rounds here, both in 5 games. Move on to the Bobcats, who might be a tough challenge, although we do beat them in 6 games. And now we have the Lakers versus the Heat. Okay, Westbrook at a 97. Kobe's up there still, not retired yet. Could be a close series. And never mind, the Heat swept their asses. D-Wade back-to-back finals MVPs. Allen Iverson has retired. Ray Allen's out of here. Steve Nash, Jermaine O'Neal, and Lamar Odom. Joel Embiid will go first to Sacramento. We got Jokic to the Mavs. Andrew Wiggins will go to the Cavs. Zach LaVine to the Nuggets. And Marcus Smart will go to the Spurs. Now we have headed back to Cleveland for 4 more seasons. LeBron's 29 and he's a 99 overall. Obviously, we had a very good tenure with the Miami Heat, literally dominating the rest of the league. And I have a feeling this team's going to do pretty similar, considering Bronny's a 91, K-Love's a 92, and Kyrie also 92. LeBron James with another MVP in his career. Jokic is the Rookie of the Year. LeBron also the DPOY, making that first team, averaging 29, 9, and 7. While Bronny, I mean, he's probably not going to see another All-NBA team. I'm surprised that he even made a first team. That was wild. 15, 7, and 6. Definitely one of his worst seasons in the last, decade. The Cavs had the 1 seed with a record of 66 and 16. Charlotte was the only other 60-win team in our conference, while Portland led the West with 52 wins. We do have the New York Knicks in round number 1, but our team should be equipped enough to handle most of the Eastern Conference. We don't have to face Miami in round number 2, but we do got to face the Magic, who have a good squad. They're up 3-1 over Cleveland, 3-2 series lead. Can we come back? No, and the Cavs will lose to the Magic in round number 2. As they will go on, win the title. Kawhi Leonard is your finals MVP. Not really a shock. I knew they were going to be good. KG's gone. Chauncey Billups is out here. Tim Duncan as well after 18 years. Big Purr will be selected first by the Pistons. Tingus Pingus to the Pacers. We got D'Lo going to the Raptors. Devin Booker to the Pacers as well, so they're probably going to have a good team in a few years. LeBron still in his peak form. He's a 99 overall. We got Kyrie at a 93. Kevin Love's a 92. And Bronny up to a 91 overall, even after a pretty bad season compared to his standards. LeBron with another MVP. Kristaps is the Rookie of the Year, and LeBron the DPOY. We got D-Wade, Russ, LeBron, AD, and Jokic all on that first team, while Bronny, he did his thing, chipping in 14, 7, and 6. Not scoring like he used to be, but he's also the 4th option on this team, so I can't really blame the guy. The Cavs, they were the 1 seed in the East, 64 and 18. Same record as Charlotte, but we had the head-to-head record over them. OKC in the West won 52 games with this team at a 99 Dante Green. I definitely did not see that one coming. Miami has a lead over us here in round number 1, but the Cavs recover. Game 7, we get the job done. Move on to Orlando here in round number 2, who we sweep. We're off to the conference finals. We got the Pistons, who do have a good squad, but it does not matter. The Pels versus the Cavs in the finals. We got KD, another matchup versus LeBron. These guys are tied together for literally ever. And Cleveland will win the title. LeBron with another finals MVP. 32, 9, and 7 was his averages. Very good numbers. Vince Carter has retired. Ben Simmons will go first to Atlanta. We get Jamal Murray to the Suns. Brandon Ingram will go to Milwaukee. Jaylen Brown to the Mavs. And Malcolm Brogdon will go to the Rockets. This Cavs team is hungry and ready for another title. Bronny's a 90 and LeBron is a 99. LeBron James will win another MVP and DPOY as he continues to dominate the league, making the first team. Bronny, on the other hand, he would end up averaging only 14, 6, and 6. So it looks like he might be declining, only at 32 years old. The Cavs would have 60 wins yet again, this time the 3 seed in the Eastern Conference. 64 and 18 were Charlotte. They were the best team. And Portland in the West with 58 victories. We do got the Brooklyn Nets here in round number 1. We should be able to at least make a conference finals appearance, although Orlando might be a tough challenge in the second round. Instead, we're facing the Pistons, who we end up dominating in 5 games, gentleman's sweep, and now the 1-seeded Charlotte Hornets, the best team in our conference, got absolutely bullied. We get the job done, win another title with Cleveland. LeBron is the finals MVP. He's done more for this team than literally anybody for any other team. Kobe's out of here after that finals appearance. T-Mac is gone. Paul Pierce is retired. Elton Brand, Ron Artest, Jay Williams. Kyle Kuzma will go first to the Dallas Mavericks, Lauri Markkanen second, Jason Tatum to the Clippers, Lonzo to the Bucks. LeBron is still a 99 overall, as this is our final season with the land. Bronny is a 90, Kyrie 94, but I will trade him to Boston. Where's Kevin Love at? Where did his ass go? LeBron James will win another MVP and the DPOY also to LeBron. We got Derrick Rose on the first team alongside Bronny. I mean, he's not really the same player he used to be, averaging 16, 7, and 6. He's still decent roll numbers, shooting 40% from 3, but he used to be like a 19, 20. He had to average 25 one season as well. The Cavs were the 2 seed, going 61 and 21. Detroit won 68 games. We got Sacramento in the West winning 54. They got DJ Augustines there, Chris Middleton, Joel Embiid at an 89. So far, so good in the playoffs, although we do have a Game 7. We get by Charlotte, move on to the Pistons in the conference finals, who end up sweeping us. Wow, that is a shell shocker. As they would go on and win the title, Steph Curry is your finals MVP, averaging 22 and 12. Very great numbers. Player retirements. AK-47 is gone. Zach Randolph, Nene. Luka will be taken first overall by the Bucks. Trae Young to the Clippers. DeAndre Ayton to the Rockets. Marvin Bagley will go to the Clippers. We have finally entered the final stage of LeBron and Bronny's career. 99 and 90 overall piece on the Los Angeles Lakers. We will pick up Anthony Davis next season and hopefully form a big 3 that can win multiple titles. This team isn't that great, so we might take a little bit of a step back, at least team success-wise, moving forward until we get AD on our squad. LeBron has definitely broke the record for the most MVPs. It's not even close. Luka is the Rookie of the Year, and LeBron the DPOY, obviously being on that first team. He's been there his entire career. He's done his thing, 16 years in the league, and he's been a monster every single season. Bronny was injured, although it's a minor injury. He averaged 13, 7, and 6, still shooting great from three-point land. As the Lakers would be the 1 seed in the Western Conference, 58 and 24. We are the best team. The Pistons in the East, 64 wins. They have a pretty good team with Steph at a 97, also Cat at a 94. It'll be interesting to see how many more titles LeBron and Bronny win in this sim. I mean, they already have a lot to their name, and we got a Game 7 in round number 1 where we do beat Memphis, move on to the Sacramento Kings. But then again, we are getting up there in age. Bronny probably is going to retire way earlier than his dad, and there we go. We got dominated by Sacramento in round 2. And once Bronny retires, that is it for the sim. They will no longer be a father-son duo. Detroit has won the title. Steph Curry, finals MVP yet again. We got Dirk getting out of here. Tony Parker has retired, as well as Gilbert Arenas. Zion the Fork Williamson will go first to Minnesota. We got Ja Wick to the Sixers. Brandon Clark will go to the Bucks. PJ Washington to the Rockets. Tyler Hero will go to the Hawks. LeBron is still at his peak at a 99, while Bronny's down to an 89 overall. He is 35 years old. He also is a year older than his father. However, the hell that makes sense. 16 years in the league. I don't see him being here when he's 39, 40 years old. LeBron is still at the top of his game. Zion's the Rookie of the Year, and KD the DPOY. What world are we living in right now? Bronny, on the other hand, only averaged 12 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. Still great numbers, shooting 42% from 3, but he's obviously not the player that he used to be at 35 years old. How can you expect him to still put up his prime numbers? The Lakers 59 and 23, best team in the West, and we get the Bulls as the 1 seed in the East, and the 2 1 seeds will meet in the finals. We get the Bulls versus the Lakers. Evan Turner, why is Evan Turner playing the 1 on our team right now? Isn't this man a center? Bronny's the 2, LeBron the 3, AD the 4, Hassan. Okay, we got literally the biggest lineup of all time. The Lakers would go on and eventually win the title. LeBron James is the finals MVP, 31, 8, and 7. The Raptors will take Ant first overall. The Jazz will take LaMelo Ball. Tyrese Halliburton will go to the Warriors. Cole Anthony to the Pacers, and James Wiseman to the Spurs. Bronny has dropped down to an 86 overall. LeBron and AD are still very good at 98 overall apiece, so we should be good as long as we have AD in his prime. He's 27 years old. Bronny, we are just basically waiting for this man to retire at this point. Another MVP and DPOI for LeBron. That's light work for him. KD's on the first team. Cat, Dame, James Harden is there. And now the play-in has finally been introduced. Bronny, 12 points per game. definitely nearing the end. I mean, he's still a great shooter, but he's not really... I mean, 6.5 assists per game is not even bad. The Lakers would go 53-29. Sacramento had 54 wins. Phoenix was pretty good. Denver had a good season. In the East, the Pistons, still the team to beat with Steph Curry on their squad. We ultimately would get swept by the Houston Rockets in round number 1. We got the Kings and Pacers tied at 1 apiece, as the Pacers in the finals will take home the title. JJ Redick has retired, as well as Paul Millsap. Rudy Gay is out of here. Jamal Crawford is gone. Evan Mobley will go first to Miami. Scotty Barnes to the Grizzlies. Cade Cunningham will go to the Mavericks, and we got Josh Giddey to the Magic. Finally, the downfall. LeBron is here, 36 years old. He's down to a 96 overall. AD now is our best player. Bronny is all the way down at an 84. Finally, somebody other than LeBron will win the MVP, and Ben Simmons. Evan Mobley is the Rookie of the Year, and AD the DPOY. LeBron will not make the first team or the second team, but he would be on the third team, only averaging 22, 6, and 6, so it looks like he's fallen off a cliff as well. Meanwhile, Bronny, I mean, 8 points per game. He's averaging a triple single. Shout out Draymond. Not really great, but he is 37 years old. Cut him some slack. Despite all that, the Lakers were still the 1 seed in the West, 52-30. And we would end up getting swept by the Utah Jazz in round number 1. As the Charlotte Hornets go on and win the title, CP3 is your finals MVP. Finally, he's not CP0 rings anymore. And that will do it for LeBron at 37 years old. Decides to call it a career, finishing as a 9-time champion, 14-time league MVP, 7-time finals MVP, and a 19-time All-Star. Meanwhile, Bronny made the All-Star team 2 times, and he was actually an All-NBA first team also 2 times in 2009 and 2010. 9 rings, of course, being alongside LeBron and all the great teams that he played on. He had a lot of team success individually. He was a good player for a long time. Averaged 16, 6, and 5 for a career. Averaged 24 points. Actually, 26 points was his career high. LeBron James would be the all-time leading scorer, 43,000 points. He would be first there. Had the second most field goals, the most three-pointers, the second most free throws. Rebounds, he was not up there, but assists, only 9th all-time. He wasn't passing the rock as much. And that will do it for letting Bronny and LeBron play together for their entire careers, coming out of the same exact draft class, playing on the same exact team, every single team. And I guess LeBron was way more motivated than ever to prove next to his son that they were the best duo in NBA history. I mean, he went off in the simulation. Even Bronny had a few good seasons himself. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you leave some support on it. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, don't be silly. Wrap your willy.